Who is the most overrated hip-hop star of all time?
Overrated?
Yeah.
I mean, Jay-Z. He would say he was overrated. Rather be overrated than underpaid.
Very good. Thank you very much. He didn't plead the fifth, everybody.
It's your boy DJ Akademiks, and it's a reason why I try to be objective as possible on almost all topics I do a video about. Like, for topics I think I can't be objective on, I don't really cover them. Because you know why? When you're a fan, a stan, or a dick rider, you lose objectivity. And to varying degrees depending on which you are. But listen, this statement that you just heard by Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, purely bullshit, and you could tell it stems from nothing but a place of jealousy. Now, I want to say this, and I got to give this caveat, this disclaimer. Most people are going to either say I'm telling the truth, or people are going to just say I'm hated. Why? It's fans of both of these rappers that's probably watching. And this topic probably touches a big enough nerve that they feel compelled to respond. So they're going to say, hey, great video. Or they're going to say, you're hating. Now, the thing with being objective is that usually, as I've said in a lot of cases, the truth usually lies in the middle. It's never on one side completely or the other. It's usually somewhere in the middle when you cut it in half. Now, for fans of people or huge fans, stans as I said before, they are so jaded by the reality because they're a fan, they can't see any other way but theirs. Now, it may appear that I'm shitting on fans, but I'm not. Because a rational fan, even though, like for example, I'm a huge fan of Allen Iverson. To me, he's my favorite athlete of all time. And to me, I think he's one of the best basketball players of all time. Would I really do a topic about Allen Iverson? No, I'm kind of very biased when it comes to Allen Iverson. However, as a fan of Allen Iverson, I am still logical, which means if you present a logical argument that is opposing my thoughts or my views with Allen Iverson, I could listen, I could dissect it, I could agree and disagree respectfully. Not because you voice an opinion that's maybe against what I think about him doesn't mean you're a hater. And not because you either agree with someone I don't particularly may have a high opinion about means you're a dick rider. As I said, the objective person usually finds the middle ground unless it's clearly obvious that there's only one side to be on. Anyway, now, 50 Cent pretty much says about Jay-Z that Jay-Z is overrated. Now, let's just get the obvious out of the way. Jay-Z is in no way, shape, or form overrated. Now, here's the thing. If you look at the greatest hip-hop artists of all time, you would be very hard-pressed to make a solid argument to me that Jay-Z is not a top 5 hip-hop artist. If you're going to say someone's overrated, they can't be rated at the top. How could you be overrated and be rated at the top of your craft? It's like saying Michael Jordan's overrated and then still saying in the same breath, but he's number 1. How could he be overrated but be ranked number 1? Makes no sense. Now, if you could make an argument that Jay-Z's not even a top 5 or top 10 hip-hop artist, and as I said, we're talking about hip-hop artists, please, by all means, do so. I would really want to hear someone out on that argument. Now, here's the distinction, because he's clearly not overrated. There's another category. Is he over the hill? Yes, I think at this point, Jay-Z's over the hill with his career. At this point, where we're really experiencing Grandpa Hove, Old Man Hove. You're no longer listening to Hove trying to sell salt to a snail. You're listening to Blue Ivy's daddy trying to sell diapers to Northwest. So pretty much musically, he's over the hill. Doesn't mean he's overrated, because when you think about being overrated, you have to think about his whole career. I think almost every rapper would probably trade their careers in hindsight for Jay-Z's career. But now, here's the thing, because we do got to examine this. And a lot of people have seen it. Maybe not many have commented on it. Maybe they just chalked it up as competition. But we got to address the elephant in the room. 50 Cent has been jealous of Sean Carter and has been, at least in his mind, been quote-unquote competing with Sean Carter for years. We have never heard Jay-Z acknowledge that he competes with 50 Cent. The only acknowledgement I ever saw him make was that, hey, before I retired, I saw that the 50 Cent wave was coming through. I told my dudes around me, they better get this because the hurricane's coming through. But after that point, I've never seen him throw shots at 50. Never seen him trying to put his foot on 50's neck, because we just saw that 50 Cent sold 47,000 records first week, we still didn't see Jay-Z do anything like that. But 50 Cent consistently, even when he was on his top, his prime, when he was being compared to Jay-Z, he said, well, you can't compare Jay to me because you gotta add him and his wife's sales just to equal me. Now he's comparing himself with Jay, and he's been doing it with, well, Jay-Z's really compete. No, come on now, come on, homie. It's done. The competition is done. There was a point where you guys could compete sales-wise, but to be honest, as a hip-hop artist, you cannot compete with Jay-Z. If anything, you're a more overrated artist than Jay-Z is. Jay-Z catalog is so stellar. Your catalog is good. It's not like mind-blowing. And to be honest, you're the guy who went diamond twice. For the guy who went diamond, I would expect him to be on the level, at least lyrically or at least hip-hop wise, like an Eminem. At least Eminem in his prime. I don't expect him to still be trying to catch old, flabby, and sick cadences and sing weak hooks on albums in 2014. I mean, I enjoyed a couple songs on Animal Ambition, but come on now. So this is purely hate. And I could point out many instances where I've been seeing 50 Cent hating on Jay-Z. I then got to go back to the disclaimer because you know what? You're going to hear people say, well, you're a 50 Cent hater. When a couple videos ago, I was just saying how 50 Cent is really needed in the game and I was really rooting for him. Then some people are going to be like, oh, you said Jay-Z's over the hill? You got to be a Nas fan. Because obviously, a lot of Jay-Z fans think if you don't like Jay, you must like Nas. And the truth is, I like them all. But a couple of videos ago, I was talking about how Jay-Z was on the Mount Rushmore of hip-hop. So you guys can't have it both ways. When someone disagrees with your opinion, you got to just take it for what it is. You got to analyze it using facts. But obviously, this is a subjective conversation to some extent. If you think one rapper is better or he makes better songs, fine. However, if you're making up complete bullshit, some of these things has got to go. Now, it's your time to get in the comment box. What do you think about 50 Cent making a sideways remark at Jay-Z? I know a lot of people are going to play it down like, oh, this was just in jest, but we've seen him consistently make stab after stab after stab. And then he's clowned on Jay-Z saying, I know Jay won't respond. So obviously he's taking advantage of that. So I want you guys to let me know what you guys think on either way. Do you think that 50 Cent is a more overrated person or his career is more overrated than a Jay-Z? You guys get in the comment box. Let me know. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment. Make sure you subscribe to my secondary page. It's your boy DJ Akademiks, and I'm out.